Welcome to our channel where we bring you some delicious English adjectives to describe food that will make your taste buds dance with joy. Are you tired of using the same boring words to describe your meals? Look no further, as we have gathered 26 unique and mouth-watering adjectives that will add some spice to your vocabulary. From savory to sweet, we have got you covered with a range of adjectives that will elevate your food descriptions to a whole new level. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of scrumptious adjectives. Buttery. Buttery food has a rich and smooth flavor that comes from adding butter to a dish. This can make a dish more decadent and satisfying to eat. Examples of buttery foods include croissants, garlic bread, or mashed potatoes with butter. Just like in butter, the double T in buttery is also pronounced as the fast D sound in the American accent. And the word is also stressed on the first syllable, buttery.
The buttery's soft now. The buttery's soft now.
Flaky. Flaky is used to describe food that is dry and thin, and it usually falls apart easily when you touch it. This type of food is often used to describe pastries like croissants, pies, or biscuits. Flaky food is light and crispy. We stress the word on the first syllable. Flaky.
It's flaky, it's buttery. It's flaky, it's buttery.
Juicy. Juicy food is full of liquid, usually a flavorful and sweet liquid. It's often used to describe fruits like oranges or watermelons, but can also be used for meat like steak or chicken. When you bite into a juicy food, the liquid bursts in your mouth. Don't forget to stress the word on the first syllable. Juicy.
Nice, juicy anchovy. Nice, juicy anchovy.
Tender. Tender food is soft and easy to chew. This type of food is often used to describe meat that has been cooked for a long time or marinated in a sauce. When you bite into tender meat, it easily breaks apart in your mouth. This is a two-syllable word that is stressed on the first syllable. Tender.
Surprisingly tender.
Tender.
Surprisingly tender.
Tender.
Moist. Moist food is slightly wet and not too dry. It's often used to describe cakes, muffins, or bread that is not too dry or too wet. Moist food has a soft and fluffy texture. Remember to pronounce both the final st in the word. Moist.
That cake was really moist. That cake was really moist.
Chewy. Chewy food is tough and takes more effort to chew than other foods. We often use it to describe foods like beef jerky or candy that require a lot of chewing to break down. Chewy food has a rubbery texture.
Very chewy, but lovely. Very chewy, but lovely.
Rich. Rich food is heavy and filling, usually high in fat and calories. It's often used to describe desserts like chocolate cake or ice cream, or savory dishes like a creamy pasta dish. Rich food has a strong and intense flavor.
Makes for a rich cake. Makes for a rich cake.
Refreshing. Refreshing food is light and has a cooling effect on the body. We often use it to describe fruits like watermelon or cucumber, or drinks like iced tea or lemonade. Refreshing food has a crisp and clean taste. The word is stressed on the second syllable. Refreshing.
And have a refreshing cup of parsley tea. And have a refreshing cup of parsley tea.
Flavorful. Flavorful food has a strong and distinct taste. It's often used to describe foods with bold spices or seasonings, like curry or chili. Flavorful food has a complex and interesting taste.
Better, and it's more flavorful.
Yeah.
Better, and it's more flavorful.
Yeah.
Nutritious. Nutritious food is full of vitamins and minerals that are good for your body. It's often used to describe foods like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Nutritious food gives you energy and helps you stay healthy.
Brian, this is a very nutritious lunch. Brian, this is a very nutritious lunch.
Satisfying. This adjective is used to describe food that leaves you feeling full and content. Satisfying food can come in different forms, such as a hearty soup or a filling sandwich. Note that the word is stressed on the first syllable. Satisfying.
It has like a raspberry filling that's both light and fluffy, but also very flavorful and satisfying. It has like a raspberry filling that's both light and fluffy, but also very flavorful and satisfying.
Decadent. This adjective describes food that is rich, indulgent, and luxurious. Decadent food is usually high in calories and often associated with desserts or gourmet dishes. The word is also stressed on the first syllable. Decadent.
The most decadent cocktails. The most decadent cocktails.
Spicy. Spicy food has a strong and hot flavor that can make your mouth feel like it's on fire. This happens because of the spices added to the food, such as chili peppers, black pepper, or cumin. Some examples of spicy foods are curry, salsa, or hot wings. The word is stressed on the first syllable. Spicy.
You can't buy these pita chips anymore, they're way too spicy. You can't buy these pita chips anymore, they're way too spicy.
Sweet. Sweet food is food that tastes sugary and pleasant, like candy or fruit. Sweet foods contain a lot of sugar, which makes them taste good.
Snickers salad was too sweet, like these cupcakes. Snickers salad was too sweet, like these cupcakes.
Savory. Savory is used to describe food that is rich and full of flavor, often with a salty or meaty taste. This type of food is usually served as a main course and may be made with meat, vegetables, or grains. Examples of savory foods include roast chicken, beef stew, or vegetable lasagna. This is a 3-syllable word and is stressed on the first syllable. Savory.
One time I bit hard into a marble ashtray, thinking it was a savory waffle. One time I bit hard into a marble ashtray, thinking it was a savory waffle.
Sour. Sour food is food that has a sharp and acidic taste, like lemons or vinegar. Examples of sour foods include pickles, lemonade, or sourdough bread. Note that although the word sour is spelled somewhat like pour, it's pronounced completely differently. While pour is pronounced as pour, sour is pronounced as sour.
Oat sour cream and onion. Oat sour cream and onion.
Hearty. We use this adjective to describe food that is substantial, satisfying, and often associated with comfort. Hearty food can include meat dishes, stews, and casseroles.
I eat a hearty breakfast. I eat a hearty breakfast.
Tart. Tart food has a slightly sour taste, often from ingredients like vinegar or citrus. Tart foods can include dressings, sauces, and desserts like lemon bars.
It's kind of tart. It's kind of tart.
Mild. This adjective describes food that is not strongly flavored or spicy. Examples of mild foods include plain rice, boiled potatoes, and some types of cheese.
Is mild like the flavor of the weed? Is mild like the flavor of the weed?
Robust. Robust refers to food that is full-bodied, strong, and flavorful. Robust food can include dishes like chili, beef stew, or hearty pasta sauces. We stress the word on the first syllable. Robust.
It felt really robust and complete. It felt really robust and complete.
Earthy. Earthy food has a natural and rustic flavor, often associated with ingredients grown in the ground. Some examples of earthy foods could be mushrooms, root vegetables, and whole grain breads.
They're fat and they're earthy. They're fat and they're earthy.
Smokey. This adjective is used to describe food that has a distinct smoky flavor, often achieved by cooking over an open flame or with smoke. Examples of smoky foods include grilled meats, smoked salmon, and smoked cheeses.
Smoky kind of whiskey. Smoky kind of whiskey.
Salty. Salty is used to describe food that tastes like salt, and it can be a bit overpowering if there is too much of it. Salt is often added to enhance the flavor of food or preserve it. Some examples of salty foods are potato chips, pretzels, or cured meats like ham or bacon.
This dish not salty enough. This dish not salty enough.
Crunchy. Crunchy food is food that has a hard and crispy texture when you bite into it. This type of food is often satisfying to eat and can make a dish more interesting. Examples of crunchy foods include fried chicken, popcorn, or fresh apples.
Potatoes are a vegetable. I like crunchy things. Potatoes are a vegetable. I like crunchy things.
Creamy. Creamy food is food that has a smooth and rich texture, like ice cream or mashed potatoes. This texture often comes from adding dairy products like cream, milk, or cheese to a dish. You can think of some creamy foods like Alfredo sauce, cheesecake, or creamy tomato soup.
Rich and creamy, just the way I like it. Rich and creamy, just the way I like it.
Crispy. Crispy food is dry and crunchy on the outside. It's often used to describe fried or baked food like potato chips or fried chicken. When you bite into crispy food, you hear a loud crunch. We stress the word on the first syllable. Crispy.
4 orders of large French fries, extra crispy, and some Coke. 4 orders of large French fries, extra crispy, and some Coke.
That's a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed learning these 26 adjectives to describe food in English. With these new words in your vocabulary, you can now describe your meals in a more flavorful and engaging way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on English language learning. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.